5 bidders were disqualified as they did not meet the requirements of PIM, which included the eligibility criteria. Our net worth criteria was 3,500 crore. In second stage, financial bids received on 15th September 2021 from both qualified bidders in sealed cover. This is after the long process of due diligence, which normally follows, including looking into all the contracts and other things, site visits, looking at inspections in the virtual data room, and also the draft share purchase agreement which is shared, and then comments and queries are received thereon. Next. Now we have multi-layered decision making for all significant issues here. It's important to see what the process is. There is an interministerial group chaired by Secretary Deepam and Secretary Civil Aviation, which has got representation from various other ministries. There's a core group of secretaries chaired by Cabinet Secretary. And then finally, there is an Air India specific alternate mechanism chaired by Home Minister, which is comprising Finance Minister, Minister Civil Aviation, and Minister Commerce and Industry. We have a system of appointing professional advisors to support the process, which includes transaction advisor, legal advisor, and asset valuer. Minister Commerce and Industry. We have a system of appointing professional advisors to support the process, which includes transaction advisor, legal advisor, and asset valuer. The process has been carried out in a transparent manner with due regard to confidentiality of bidders. And this was a competitive process with competition maintained throughout the transaction process, and including the fact that we do not reveal actually the number of bidders in the offering so as to avoid collusive bidding. Important milestones in the transaction process, I would come to that. As you know, EOIs were expected by March 17, 2020. With outbreak of COVID, time extensions were allowed till December 14, 2020. Now, another important thing was, in place of the original bidding construct, which was an equity basis with a predetermined debt level in the company, the construct was revised to enterprise value. And as before, there was also a provision for certain identified current and non-current liabilities will be matched with current and non-current assets, with access to be taken out to AIAHL. AIAHL is another GOI SPV, Air India Asset Holding Company, where we are transferring some of the assets and liabilities. Non-core land and assets are not to be offered to the acquirer. So this will actually be taken over to the new company, to the Government of India, AIAHL. Interests of employees and retired employees have been taken care of. With the EV mode of bidding, which is the enterprise value mode of bidding, bidders got an opportunity to resize the balance sheet under a transparent value discovery process. Now, bidders would now bid on the total consideration for equity and debt as per that construct. We had a minimum cash consideration of 15% of quoted EV, and a maximum retained debt could be 85% of quoted EV. Now, at the RFP stage, the important milestones were RFP and confidential information memorandum and draft SPA were shared with qualified interested bidders in March 2021. Information shared in virtual data room for due diligence of QIBs. Meetings with management of company and site visits for due diligence facilitated. Over 200 queries asked, seeking clarifications and revisions to SPA. Queries responded and agreed form SPA. We call it agreed form SPA, that means share purchase agreement, which includes the terms and conditions of the sale. With bidders on 7th September 2021, and final agreed form SPA initiated by bidders and submitted along with bid on 15th September 2021. So the bid has come with an agreed form SPA which means that we are not negotiating any terms and conditions after the bid. Once the bid was received, prior to that, the bidders have agreed to all the terms and conditions under which this bid will prevail. This is a standard process. Important milestones in the transaction process is also determination of reserve price. As per approved procedure, valuation exercise was undertaken. Transaction advisor carried out valuation of EV through business valuation methods. Asset valuer carried out valuation of EV through asset valuation methods. Valuation exercise carried out on methodology approved by the interministerial group. And IMG considered the valuation reports and recommended a reserve price for the transaction. The core group of secretaries on disinvestment approved the reserve price. Reserve price was set before opening the sealed financial bids. It's important that in our process we ensure that there is a complete independence between the bidding and the reserve price fixation. Security clearance applications of both bidders verified and ascertained that both were security cleared. Then transaction advisor and legal advisor certified that supporting documents submitted by the bidders were in order and both bidders were technically qualified for participation. The financial bids were opened by interministerial group in presence of bidders on 29 September 2021. Both bidders quoted well over the reserve price. IMG recommended accepting the H1 bid, which was agreed to by the CGT and recommended to ISEM. ISEM approved the price bid in their meeting on 4th October 2021. Bids received. These are the bid received. So the Tata Sons Private Limited, their SPV, Talis Private Limited, is the winning bidder at 18,000 crore. The second bidder was consortium led by Shri Ajay Singh. This is a consortium, not an individual sole bid. The transaction does not include non-core assets, including land and building, valued at 14,718 crore. These are not being part of the transaction. These are being transferred to Government of India's AIAHL. It includes Nariman Point, Air India headquarters here, some other buildings. There are subsidiaries where Air India has investments. These will be hived off. So Talis Private Limited, which is basically Tata Sons SPV, has emerged as a successful bidder for the sale of equity shareholding of GOI in Air India, in AIXL, which is a subsidiary of Air India as a part of this transaction, and 50% of Air India in AISATS, which is another joint venture of Air India, along with management control. Now, going forward from this, a letter of intent will be issued and SPA will be signed with successful bidder. Conditions precedent will be completed by long stop date. Financial statements on long stop date will be prepared and agreed with the successful bidder as per the share purchase agreement already agreed upon. And transaction is expected to close by the end of December 2021. Thank you very much. That completes my presentation, giving you the information. And now we are open to the question. My colleague Rajiv Bansal, Secretary Civil Aviation, is there as well to take questions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We will now take questions. Okay, 126.
Sir, congratulations. This is Ruchi Bhatia from ET Now. I want to first begin by asking you on what worked for the Air India's disinvestment process, privatization process this time around, and when will you look at completely doing the handover as well, sir?
Actually, there were many things that we had bid criteria which were actually changed. In the initial, the first round, we were actually retaining 26% with us. So it was not 100% sale. The second was the construct was their equity value. The third, the debt was prefixed. then the debt itself has, the current liabilities issues had not been really clarified on that, because there is a lot of current assets and current liabilities gap. And then there were other conditions which were also, relating to merger and other things which were not really clear. So I think these points have been then subsequently taken care of while we did the construct. And I think the enterprise value construct was important in this case, because the Air India had very excessive debt, which we are all aware that this debt is not really a debt for which the underlying assets are there. This debt has come about because of continuous losses which the Air India has borne. I mean, the losses are in excess of 70,000 crore. And they have actually been funded through this debt, which has been government guaranteed. So because of this excess debt, there was no scope for, I think, it had to be hived off. But how much of the amount to be hived off was to be determined through the market in this EB process, rather than we taking any a priori view of the debt.
Okay, 106. Ruchi, will come back to you later.
As I said, by December 2021, we want to close the transaction, and the closing would actually mean, the date of closing would mean that we will get the consideration and they will get the shares.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I have two questions here. First question is 29,464 crore rupees. Hello, can you hear me? This is Anu Sharma from CMC TV 18. My first question is 29,464 crore rupees was transferred from Air India's debt to the SPV. Now the debt has risen to over 40,000 crore, nearly 42,000 crore. This quote has around 15,000 crore for the debt part. So what happens to the remaining debt, which is close to around 27,000 crore rupees? Will it go to the SPV? Who will pay for it? The other part is Tata's currently have two airlines in India, Vistara and AirAsia India. How will that work for Tata's once Air India and Air India Express goes to them? Thank you.
Okay, let me come to the debt position. See, the debt as on March 31, 2021 is 44,781 crore in the books of AI. And there is a debt also on the books of AIXL. Combined debt of AI and XL as on March 31, 2021 is 46,239 crore. And then, I mean, I would rather, instead of this breakdown, I'll give you the final figures. The total debt as on August 31, 2021 will be 61,562 crores. 61,562 crore. 61,562 crore as on August 31. No, we'll come to that. Let me give in a simpler way. 61,560 crore. Out of that, the debt which will be taken over by the successful bidder will be 15,300 crore. As you said, that 18,000 crore is a bid, of which 15% consideration will be cash and 85% will be debt. So 15,300 crore will be taken off. So debt position after debt taken over by the successful bidder will remain 46,262 crores. That is the debt which is remaining. 46,262 crore. This is going to be going to the AIAHL. 46,262 crore. Yes, the airlines will get the debt of 15,300 crore. Because that is the construct. You quote the debt you are going to take and the rest will be hived off. Now, I would like to highlight here an important point. what is it that the government has put in Air India since 2009 and 10? The government has put in 54,584 crore as cash support. Since 2009-10, I'm telling, not prior to that. And 55,692 crore as guarantee support. So, in total, government support since 2009-10 has been 1,10,276 crore. And largely, if you say, because if you have year after year after year after losses, so all these losses have actually been funded, some part from the equity, which was a minor part, largely through the government guaranteed debt. So therefore, actually, if you look at it, that there are no underlying assets as such, because this is all loss which has been funded through the debt which is guaranteed by the government. So the taxpayers have actually, put in 1,10,276 crore in Air India since 2009 and 10. 1,10,276 crore.
Okay, 121, Shishir.
Yes, I think that is up to them. So far as the bid is concerned, we will hand over, whenever the consideration is paid. Of course, the share purchase agreement, etc., allows them to go ahead with the mergers and other things. I mean, there is no restriction as such. The restriction is subject to, during the time they will maintain in the equity lock-in period, they have to maintain 51%. That means the ownership. The ownership has to be there with the bidder who has got it.
Sir, I have two questions. So one is, when you talk about 18,000 crore rupees of the bid, and out of that 15,300 crore is the debt and remaining in the cash. So what is the actual amount the government is going to get after this transaction is completed? This is number one. And number two is, when you talked about that they are free to go for merger and acquisition, so will this process also go to the CCI so that there should not be any kind of monopoly or any kind of dominance in the market?
I'll answer your later part first. Every strategic sale is to have the CCI approval. That is a regulatory approval is required, so that will have to be taken. So therefore, when I said that between signing and closing, there is a period in which all these approvals have to be taken. There are also third-party approvals. There are lenders. There are many things which need to go between this time. There are condition precedent. There are certain conditions which company has to satisfy. There are certain conditions which the bidder has to satisfy, and there are certain conditions which the government has to satisfy. And on satisfaction of these conditions, only closing can take place. The other part, as you mentioned, was regarding, yes, I mean, basically in this case, the construct is that you have certain liabilities where, for example, I said that there is a government guarantee, which means that basically if the loan is not paid back by the Air India, then government has to pay back. So it is as good as the government liability.
तो फाइनली 68 साल के बाद एयर इंडिया वापस टाटास की हुई है और ये डील पर मोहर लगाते हुए दीपम सेक्रेटरी बस काफी समय से बना हुआ था। 18,000 करोड़ की ये पूरी डील हुई है, जिसमें 15,300 करोड़ का कर्ज है और 2,700 करोड़ टाटा सन्स सरकार को कैश पेमेंट करेंगे। इस डील के मायने समझते हैं। हमारे साथ परवेज दमानिया मौजूद हैं, जो कि एविएशन एक्सपर्ट हैं। परवेज जी नमस्कार, स्वागत है आपका। आप पहले इस पूरी डील को, जिस प्राइस पर ये डील हुई, आप कैसे देखते हैं? क्या सरकार के लिए इससे बेटर ऑप्शन नहीं हो सकता था? और दूसरी तरफ टाटास के लिए, जो कि अभी स्मॉल एयरलाइंस चलाते हैं, अब मौका होगा एक बिगर रोल में आने का।
नहीं, पहले तो टाटास कोई स्मॉल एयरलाइन नहीं चला रहे। विस्तारा इज अ वेरी सक्सेसफुल एंड अ वेरी गुड एयरलाइन और एकदम अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं। उनका एयर एशिया में भी इक्विटी है और देखिए पूरा टाटा एम्पायर उनके पीछे है। Their management capacity, their team, everything is there. तो मुझे लग रहा है ये खाली टाटास के लिए नहीं, खाली एयर इंडिया के लिए भी बहुत अच्छा डील था, और आई थिंक इंडिया के लिए भी बहुत अच्छा दिन है आज। और आई डोंट थिंक टाटास कुड हैव एयर इंडिया गवर्नमेंट कुड हैव फाउंड अ बेटर पर्सन टू गिव द एयरलाइन टू देन द टाटास। तो आई थिंक ये बहुत पॉजिटिव डील है और सबके लिए पॉजिटिव डील है। मुझे 100% लगता है ये टाटा पूरा एयरलाइन इसको टर्न अराउंड कर देंगे और इंडिया विल हैव अ ग्रेट इंटरनेशनल एयरलाइंस। हेलो,
बिल्कुल। इनफैक्ट मैं यही परवेज जी आपसे पूछना चाहती थी, मेरा स्मॉलर प्लेयर से मतलब ये नहीं था कि छोटी एयरलाइंस है, मतलब ये था कि अगर मार्केट शेयर के हिसाब से देखें तो टाटास का उतना बड़ा रोल नहीं था, पर डेफिनेटली इस डील के बाद वो होगा। इंटरनेशनल मार्केट्स की आप
देखिए ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम एयर इंडिया का मार्केट शेयर छोटा और छोटा होते गया, और ये एयर इंडिया का मार्केट शेयर छोटा होने से इंटरनेशनल एयरलाइन का मार्केट शेयर बढ़ गया, क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट का कोई एयर इंडिया पे वैसा ध्यान था नहीं। इट वाज रन लाइक अ गवर्नमेंट कंसर्न। पर जब प्राइवेट एयरलाइन जैसा चलेगा तो मुझे लगता है पूरा टर्न अराउंड हो जाएगा। एयर इंडिया विल हैव अ ग्रेट मार्केट शेयर इन द इंटरनेशनल सेक्टर, क्योंकि अभी भी जो सर्टन एयर इंडिया का एडवांटेज है, जो उनके स्लॉट्स है, जो उनके पार्किंग लॉट्स है, जो मुंबई में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, वो किसी के पास नहीं है। तो आई थिंक इट्स अ मैटर ऑफ टाइम बिफोर एयर इंडिया गेट्स दैट मार्केट शेयर अगेन। हेलो,
बिल्कुल। तो एक हिस्टोरिक डिसीजन तो है ही, और जैसे कि परवेज जी ने भी मेंशन किया कि ये एक बहुत बड़ा और बिल्कुल सही डिसीजन है इंटरनेशनल मार्केट्स में, स्पेशली इंडिया के भी हिसाब से ये एक बहुत बड़ा डिसीजन है। हो सकता है अब आगे हम और भी डेवलपमेंट्स होते हुए देखें एक्सपेंशन के हिसाब से, और टाटाज ऑलरेडी पहले से ही अपने एविएशन ऑपरेशंस को के लिए डिफरेंट सिनर्जीज तलाश भी रहे थे। तो ये एक हिस्टोरिक डिसीजन, बड़ा डिसीजन जो आया है आज। दीपम सेक्रेटरी ने अनाउंसमेंट की कि 18,000 करोड़ में फाइनली टाटा सन्स के नाम हुई है एयर इंडिया। शुक्रिया परवेज जी, आपने बातचीत की, एक क्विक रिएक्शन आपने दिया इस खबर पर। इसी के साथ एक ब्रेक के लिए रुक रहे हैं, लेकिन ब्रेक के उस पार भी खबरों का सिलसिला लगातार जारी है। नमस्कार।
Mongia Steel presents